Hey guys, it's Josh in editing, and I just wanted to let everyone know that we did do some bonus content at the end of this episode, like we've done before. So stick around at the end of this episode to hear us just talking to each other and not really saying anything important. Yeah, stick around, and in the meantime, enjoy our episode where we talk about Blood by Leon Havas and Blue is the Warmest Color.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. The podcast
Welcome.
show. The show about a podcast. The podcast about a show. Which one is it? You may never know. Dude, that fucking rhymed.
Dude, that was epic.
Was I fucking Shel Silverstein in this bitch? Remember?
Oh, wow. I would rather listen to that than Life of Pablo. Crazy.
Fuck you. It's good. Yeah, welcome to One for the Other. Podcast about movies and music. We recommend a movie and a record to each other to listen to and to watch every week.
You could say we recommend one for the other to watch.
Yeah, if you will.
That's
okay.
Crazy.
That's fucking wild. It's almost like it's intentional or something.
Almost.
So last week I had the responsibility of recommending the record, and I did the controversial action of scrolling through my saved albums on Spotify and picking a random one. And the one I ended up on was the 2015 release by Leon Havas, Blood. Okay, it's not like... I don't know why it's called Blood. It's like super black metal and like fucking metal shit, but then you look at the album cover and it's just like,
wow.
oh, this is going to be a good record.
When you said that, Discord cut out, so it's just... I was like, oh.
Didn't like that.
Suspense.
So yeah, this is the 2015 singer-songwriter release from Leon Havas, Blood. And she has flavors of R&B and soul and some, a little bit of jazz here and there. But Wikipedia, I fucking despise this genre. It's neo soul. If you haven't heard of that term before, just go to Denver, Colorado, and listen to any band playing at the what the fuck? No, not the Bluebird. What the fuck is the small one across from the Bluebird?
I don't know. I've never actually been to the Bluebird.
It's on Colfax. The Denver people know what I'm talking about. It's like tiny, and they have the student bands play there, and they all sound the fucking same, and they all they all call themselves neo soul. So
they all count as
neo soul. They all count in neo soul, which is that's all they fucking do. It's fucking stupid. But Leon Havas doesn't do that, and that's why it's stupid. Okay, enough to high rates for me. What did you think of the record?
Well, if you'll recall, last week when you picked this record so gracefully, you thought that I wouldn't like it. I remember you were like, "You're gonna hate this," and I said, "Great."
Yeah.
I know that exactly because I edited that, but I actually had a great time with this record.
Yeah.
And I think part of it, this is what stuck out to me the most. This record is so cleanly produced. Like the overall production, everything is so nice, and like you can tell there was so much effort put into everything, and especially the mix and how each instrument sounds. Like, I think this may be the cleanest record we've listened to yet, just in terms of like how nice everything sounds. Like, there's little grit, which sounds like a bad thing, but it's not. Like, it comes with this very polished look, and I really, really enjoyed that.
Definitely. Yeah, I completely agree. There's a lot of great producers that worked on this record. Producers from different backgrounds, producers from, who usually do different genres. So, and you can definitely tell, like, it all has a consistent aesthetic production-wise, but, like, certain songs have their own kind of flavor to them as opposed to other ones. So I think,
Yeah.
I definitely agree. Very, very good. Oh man, this is a good record. This is a good one. This is a fucking good one, man. Well, there's a reason why it's saved in my library.
Oh, I thought you just saved anything because you're a freaking do anything.
Well, I have Life of Pablo saved.
Yeah,
'cause
I think
it's
I
good.
still do actually. But yeah, this album is great. I thought one of the interesting things that I thought, Leanne La Havas is an amazing vocalist, and her singing is great to listen to all throughout this album. But one of the things that keeps it cohesive throughout the different flavors of tracks that we get here is the rhythmic elements, and what she does with that. That really kept it super cohesive, and I thought that was super interesting that with an album of this type, the rhythmic elements more than the vocals are going to tie everything together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally, for sure. I think, what was the one I was talking? Yeah, Tokyo. That has such a fucking infectious groove because of all the types of percussion that she uses. Like, there's shakers, there's congas, there's normal drums, there's probably there's probably a rain stick in there somewhere just for shits and giggles. But it sounds fucking cool and it's groovy as fuck. Like,
I'm dancing just thinking about it.
I know. And it's okay. I cannot overstate how fucking catchy this record is. Like, this record, a lot of songs on this record have been stuck in my head for the past 2 weeks. Just because she just, it's so good. Yeah. I don't know. It's something about how she writes the melodies. The melodies are distinct enough to stick out in your mind to where it grabs your attention more than, other pop tracks would. And I'm not calling this straight up pop, but there's definitely, verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus structure here and pop structure here. And I don't know. She just has a perfect sense of melody and how to fucking infect your brain with earworm.
Yeah, definitely. And it's great. Like, that poppiness makes me want to listen to it more. I listen to this more than just what I feel like I need to for these records usually, which was really great. And there's so many great moments on here. The song "What You Don't Do" was one I really enjoyed, and I wrote this down. I stand by this as a general for like most of the album. I said it sounds like driving to Park Meadows, that's the Park Meadows Mall, on a sunny Saturday when you're 12 years old. That's what it sounds like. Just like that nice, it's like warm, you're kind of jamming, and it's like you're having a good time. You're going to go to the mall. Maybe you'll get some Legos. Maybe you'll eat some the Panda Express, or maybe some Chick-fil-A. Like, it's great. You're going to have a good time, and I felt that specifically on that track, but a lot of tracks really felt like that, where it's like, I feel great right now.
Yeah, it's just such a feel good record. It's such a feel good and loving record. A lot of the lyrics have a lot to do with loving your SO, and like especially that one, "What You Don't Do." That's like a beautiful sentiment on love in general. And it's like, no, it's what you don't fucking, it's like you don't fucking cause shit, so I know you're cool. Really dumbed down way of saying it, but that's
and just like it's more than what you say. It's like a feeling, and it reminded me of, there's a line in a song called "The Ocean," where the singer is talking about like this ideal life they have in mind, like if I could have chosen, is how this verse starts. But they're talking about a significant other. They say we would know we loved each other without having to say it, and that's a lot of what that song is about. I thought that was really nice, because it seems even like not even like it's an idealized thing. It's just like, this is how it is. This is how
Yeah.
it is. It's spoken very matter-of-factly compared to a song where that's an idealized future that probably won't ever happen. And it's like real life, and it's just happening.
Definitely. Yeah, totally. So Lianne La Havas, if I am incorrect, people please correct me, but she wrote all the lyrics and did all of the arranging and all of the guitar work on the record, which is, the guitar work is fucking sick. Like, oh my god, like the guitar playing on Ghost is like fucking mind-blowing, like, and the chord progression is really jazzy, and it adds to like this super just sweet saccharine fucking sound. I don't know, but she's got some chops, man. She's got some chops on the guitar and some vocal chops. Like, some of the fucking vocals on this record, it's like, how that's not,
Yeah.
why is that allowed? That's way too good for anybody or anything. Like, that's fucked up.
Especially on like that first track, Unstoppable, when she's just able to go all out, and you're like, oh my god, yes,
Holy shit.
do it, wash over my do it,
Yeah.
please. I don't want to stop you.
Yeah, but, you know, she's not doing that throughout the whole record. She has a great sense of the progression of a song and dynamics, and when to just fucking belt it out and when to, like, you know, really tone it down and really build it up to those points of like bombastic fucking musical orgasm, you know?
For sure.
God damn. You know, like tracks like Green and Gold, it starts with like her and her really low register, and it really, God, she sounds so good. Even when she's like really, really low, or if she's really, really high, or Leanne, stop it, man. You gotta quit it. It's too pretty. And she is also very pretty.
She is, yes. One of the only things that I didn't enjoy when listening to this was I didn't feel super like I knew the album, even after listening to it for a while. And like I said, I listened to it outside of like, if there's a record I don't like, I only listen to it so much. And I did listen to this more because I enjoyed it, but I felt like I only knew some songs. I don't know what it was, but something of it just didn't connect with me. I think some of it's just kind of passive.
I think I agree with that sentiment. Like, up until Grow, I think that is the strongest part of the record. That first half of the record is super fucking stellar and has all the bangers in it. And then the second half is kind of reserved, so maybe that's why it didn't stick with us as much. But, you know, listening to it critically and, you know, just, you know, for this podcast, basically, you know, there's some really great moments after all the bops. You know, like Good Goodbye is a great emotional, you know, fucking closer to the record. I think it closes it perfect. It makes you cry your little eyeballs out.
It do.
And, but okay. Here's my major problem with this record. Okay. In the song "Never Get Enough," why she do that to her vocals during the chorus? That sounds like shit. Like when they distorted all of her vocals and it's compressed to fucking shit and it's not any louder than the acoustic guitar part. It's like, and there's no transition or build up to that either. It's just kind of like acoustic part. So I don't really understand. That was the one track that I was like, okay, I don't need it. Oh God, I don't need to listen to this track. I'm okay.
Yeah.
So that is probably literally the only quarrel I have with this record.
Well, unless you have anything else, shall we?
Yeah, let's fucking
this?
rate it, man.
Let's do it. You suggested it, so what do you think?
I think it's a 9 out of 10. I think it's a stellar listen. You know, it's catchy, it's groovy. There's some, you know, arranging in the horns and shit, and it'll give you some goosebumps. It's like, whoa, holy shit, what's happening? And the moments that'll make you cry your little eyes out. There's great songwriting. There's great singing. There's great performances. You know, I think anyone who likes a good pop track should listen to this record. Maybe besides the one, you know. But so yeah, I think I literally think that track is keeping it from it being a 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Wow. I mostly agree. I'm gonna have to go with an 8 just because it didn't connect. I don't know if that's necessarily something with the album, but it's like it impedes my enjoyment. So I don't know if there's really anything she could have done for that. It's just my brain not making that connection. But I'm gonna have to drop it down to an 8. Still, like you said, great listen, groovy, lots of fun. I'll probably put this on in the future and probably look for this on physical media at some point.
Also,
jamming.
Yeah. Also, Leon Lahavas is coming out with a new record very, very soon, and it's gonna be the first record that's gonna come out since her 2015 record. So she's been in the stew for 5 years. So there's a lot of
hype for that.
No hype, none at all. But I will definitely be listening to that and looking forward to it.
That can't possibly fail to live up to expectations in any way.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Where are we putting this on the list?
Where do we be putting this? I forgot we had to do this for a second. I want to put this below Floors.
Really? I was thinking above Floors. Make your case. State it.
You know, it just
It's just better. You know?
It's just I don't know. You make your case.
Okay, I'll make my case. Floors is that's what it is, Floors?
Or Etaji in Russian.
Etaji by Molshatam. So Floors is very aesthetically cohesive and it has a very consistent sound, but I think it's a little too consistent and it gets a little, you know, redundant at a certain point. With Leanne's record, there's flavors of everything in here, and you pepper in some sad shit. You pepper in some pop fucking bangers. You pepper in some fucking Duke Ellington, Stevie Wonder ass horns in there. No, they just had some guy going.
But if I put it below Floors, I move less albums. You think about that one.
My goal in placing things in this list is to make you move them every episode.
Well, we saw how that worked out when I fricked up the movies.
You frick. You dang fricked up, bub.
I can't argue. I can't think.
Should have brought your brain today.
Should have fucking... Yeah.
But it's not as good as Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
At least we agree on that. Okay.
All right.
So let's move on to the movie.
No.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you next week.
No, we'll move on, but just not right now.
All
It's
right.
still going. You just got it, fam.
No one listens to it anyway.
Nuh-uh, Ethan listened to it. He texted us.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh,
Hi, Ethan.
Well,
I'm going to fuck you up, Ethan.
next we're going to talk about a movie because we did that also. And I picked it because I edit this shit. And also it was my turn. And I'm just realizing this Wikipedia is missing a fucking end. Oh no, I'm dumb. Anyways, we watched the 2013 French film that was a Sundance Select, known as Blue is the Warmest Color in English, or La Vie d'Adèle Château et Toi.
Pamplemousse.
And that is perfect French. I know, you're welcome. I am France, actually.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know. All right, so yeah, this is a movie that is about gays and France. And what did you think?
I can't argue with your synopsis there.
That's mostly it.
So, okay, for people who haven't watched this movie before, this movie is 3 hours long.
It do be.
And usually I don't have a problem with that if it's a good movie. But I have a major problem with it.
You had a problem
with this movie. Because this movie fucking sucks! It's terrible! It's absolutely awful.
I'm replacing you.
Okay, let me make my case. I knew you disagree.
Yeah.
So let me make my case. A lot of my argument depends on the lead and the actress who plays the lead.
Okay.
Could they have found a more boring fucking stone-faced bitch to play the lead role for a 3-hour fucking movie? Why is she so boring? She has her mouth open the whole fucking movie. She's always crying, especially during the second half. Like, the last 30 minutes of this movie is her cheating and crying. That's the whole... or teaching. Or she's teaching. So, I'm not done. Okay? So, this movie is rated NC-17, right? There's a lot of... Yeah. Well, fuck. Did you watch the fucking movie?
Well, I didn't see the fucking rating. It's on Netflix. It wasn't like, hey, dumbass. It was
if you
like,
see exposed pussy, it is NC-17. And you saw exposed pussy many a time in this movie.
No, like once.
Like
hidden by a
700 million times. Okay.
No.
There
like
are
once
like
when she was modeling. That was like it. Otherwise, it was like hidden behind a leg or a mouth or penis.
Okay. Well,
Dumbass.
whatever. This movie has very explicit sex scenes that are way too fucking drawn out. Like, they're like 3 to 5 minutes long, and it's porn. It's porn. It's fetishizing lesbian sex. Like, there's no way you can argue with that just straight up being porn scenes in the middle of this fucking movie. It's like a straight bastardization of, just fucking the...
Well, okay. Let me talk about that part.
You talk about it.
I talk about it a little bit. First, I'll talk about the sex scenes. Now, the fetishization thing is something I've been thinking about a lot. Because there is especially that worry of that, especially when it comes to lesbian sex. Something that's already fetishized to all hell. Mm-hmm. And I think you can fetishize this movie easily. This would be something that, like, a 13-year-old could get off to.
Yes, very easily.
And I think that is kind of valid, especially with the length of it. But I also think that some of it was necessary because I think it played a big part in their relationship. Was just like they had crazy, wild sex. And, like, that's
It wasn't
cool.
that crazy. It wasn't that
but
wild.
Like, they fucked a lot. Like, that first sex scene, that really long one, in real time, that was probably like 2.5 hours of just straight sex.
That's true.
And clearly, they did it a lot. And we're like, so I think you could make the point that it's kind of long and there is, it does lean towards that a bit more. But I think that it was just also like, this is something that's important to them or something that's a lot. And it helps because if you spend 3 minutes on a sex scene, then when someone refuses sex later in the movie, it comes as a big shock. And you can tell that it's not normal. So I enjoyed that. And there was a shot when they were 69ing that was really well composed, where it went it went up to a bird's eye view, and it looked really cool, and I thought that was a really good shot. The rest of it was like whatever, but that shot specifically, I was like, that's cool. And then with the actress, I agree about the mouth being open. I wrote down, can you close your fucking mouth? Especially when she eats. She eats with her mouth open.
Well, that's another thing, though.
But every time she eats, well, not every time, I think, but most of the time, even when she's not crying, when you're crying, I get it, like you're having an emotional breakdown. But when it's like you're just at dinner with your family, it's like, hey, they don't want to hear it either. So please stop. But I thought that I enjoyed her because she was like always really awkward, and like she didn't quite fit in anywhere she went. Like she had her group of friends that she fit in with at first, but that quickly goes away, and she's not really supposed to be in the gay bar, and then she's with all of Emma's friends and really none of her friends, and then she feels only comfortable when she's teaching, and that's just how she is. And I thought the actress did that well because she always looks like she wants to leave, and that's what the character did. But
but it's a 3-hour-long movie, and I don't want to watch a 3-hour-long movie with an uncharismatic main character.
Well, that's your fault.
It's so fucking it's just like, man, like, and she's a fucking asshole. She's a fucking dick. She cheats on her great significant other, multiple times. And it's like, am I supposed to feel sympathy for you? Am I supposed to empathize with you right now? No.
Yeah.
No, you're a fucking cheating, lying bitch.
Yeah, well, okay. I think it's obviously what she did was wrong. Like, even she knows that, right? She's like, it was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. But, like, you are supposed to sympathize because you see how her relationship with Emma has just kind of faded out. And she's left in this loveless relationship where Emma doesn't even really care about her.
That's how love goes. When you're in a relationship with someone...
sad.
When you're in a relationship with someone for that long, it kind of, the honeymoon phase, it kind of just fizzles out. Like, that's just how it goes.
You can see
And for her to just be like, I'm bored, I'm gonna fuck my male coworker. It's like, fuck you, dude. She
didn't do it because she was bored. She did it because she wanted someone to like act like she cared about her. Because like when there's the scene where when Emma's like on the phone talking and like barely gives her a second notice, and during the whole like party, or maybe that was the wedding, I wasn't sure. They. I wasn't really sure what was going on there. It's kind of wedding-ish, but maybe it's just a party. She like is talking to someone else the whole time, and like they barely talk or are with each other, and you can see it's not just like it's not a honeymoon relationship. It's like they don't really talk to each other anymore. They sleep in the same bed, but they don't sleep together anymore. Like it's all gone, and she needs this. She really came out of her adolescence with this girl, and is like grew up with her to this point, and so it's like. I mean, like, well, once again, what she did was wrong, and she shouldn't have done that. But you are supposed to empathize with her, and what she says of like, I was lonely. I was lonely. I'm dating someone, and I'm lonely.
Then why doesn't she talk to Emma about it?
Because Emma won't fucking listen to her. Remember the scene with the phone?
Where she's doing shit. She's a successful artist. She's busy.
Even after she hangs
so
up
she's
the
just
phone,
gonna go.
She's not listening to her.
Yeah, because she's got other shit on her mind. If she's a good partner, she's just gonna be like, okay, yeah, give me a fucking. I'll give you some space. I'll fuck off, but I'm not gonna go have sex with my fucking. I'm not gonna go Spanish dancing with this fucking asshole and then kiss him and then suck his wiener. That's fucked up. That's just bad writing.
Fucked up. No, it makes sense.
No, it doesn't. Yes, it just makes her an asshole, and it makes her a shitty character that I don't want to follow for a 3-hour-long fucking movie. It's terrible. And she's boring.
She's not boring.
Malibu, shut up. Okay, we can agree to disagree. Okay. We can agree to disagree. There's just I didn't want to watch the rest of the movie after, they broke up or whatever. I was like, okay. That was my favorite scene in the whole movie because it's the only like fucking conflict and like direct conflict in the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, it is very slow, and it is a lot of stuff in the background. But I thought, I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it. That's why, okay, so like I said, this movie was going to be sad, right? And I
Yeah.
thought it was. But I didn't really cry so much because I thought it was like a different kind of sad, where it wasn't like the super dramatic sad where I'm bawling my eyes out or whatever. It felt like a real sad. Like it made my heart hurt instead of like my eyes want to cry. And obviously it didn't for you.
No.
But I think if you empathize with this character, then I think it makes your heart hurt more than anything because it doesn't feel dramatized. And I think part of that, besides the writing and the conflict being in the background, was also the like structure of snapshots that I felt like where every like scene is just a different moment in time, moving forward chronologically, but it's just like this happened and this happened and this happened and this happened. It's almost like we're seeing a world from her diary. So it felt very not dramatized because there was nothing in between. There was no like, I don't want to say there's no boring shit, but it was like these were the defining moments. And I thought that also helped justify the 3-hour thing because I don't think you could have told this story in less time.
Okay, so I'm reading this Wikipedia thing. Production began in March 2012 and lasted 6 months. That's pretty good. That's pretty fast, I'd say. But approximately 800 hours of B-shot footage was shot.
Yeah.
Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Or girl? Who is this? Abdel Latif Knish. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? He's not fucking Stanley Kubrick. Why is he doing 800 hours of fucking B-roll footage?
I don't know. Do I look like this dude? The answer is no, I don't, because he looked like a frog. Okay, seeing the picture of him makes me feel less comfortable about the sex scenes. Just looking at this picture.
See? I didn't even know what the guy looked like, and I thought... Because, now looking at this guy, I can... Oh, God. I bet the 800 hours is just them fucking each other.
Whatever, you have to shoot footage. A lot. My documentary, I shot about 13 hours of footage for a 3-minute documentary.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Maybe that's appropriate then for a 3-hour-long movie.
And they're France. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
France.
So...
What else? Let's talk about camera work.
Camera work? It's boring.
The shaky kind of handheld camera they did the whole time. I saw what they were going for with the, like I said, it's supposed to be not dramatized at all. It's all supposed to be like, this is just how it be. We're not doing anything. I thought the bookends of the film, didn't enjoy it. In the middle, I thought it worked better when there was more going on. When it was less about the character's head and more about the things happening to the character, I thought it worked better because I didn't notice it. And when I did notice it, I was like, put it down. You have 800 hours of footage. Get a fucking tripod. But yeah, that was all it really is. They didn't do much, but
yeah, and that was another thing. Maybe I just don't like these slice of life movies.
Yeah.
I really like the dramatization. I like a score. I like dramatic shots. I like Shakespearean acting where it's way over the top and stupid. But when it's this boringly believable, it's just like, I don't know. So, and I constantly watching this film, I was just comparing it to Moonlight. We watched Moonlight last week, and they have some very similar themes. Them both stemming from LGBTQ plus communities and everything. And Moonlight just did a better job at capturing the inner struggle and the turmoil that the main character went through, whether it be, his mom, his relationship with his mom, or his sexuality or whatever. There's a lot to work with in Moonlight that really captures, just do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like
but
Moonlight did it better. I don't know. That's all.
I see what you're saying, but I feel like it's kind of unfair to compare the two because I think Moonlight deals a lot with his sexuality, directly or indirectly. You know, the reason he goes to jail and comes out the way he does in the last third of the movie is because he was bullied for his sexuality. So it is and isn't about that. I feel like her sexuality did play a part in it, especially in the beginning and with her parents, like that scene at the dinner table. But once she leaves her parents, like once that scene really is over, it's less about her sexuality and more just viewing it as any other relationship. So I think Moonlight does work with it more and delves more into that, but I think that wasn't really the point of this movie.
Okay.
So
That's fair.
I agree with you, but also I don't. So
yeah, no, that's fair. I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so, and then there's just a few. Oh my god. So you know when they break up and they get back together for the first, not together, but they meet each other at a cafe or whatever. In my notes, I said, "Oh yeah, finger me in this fucking cafe, dude. It'll be sick. I love you so much. Wow, look at how much I love you. Finger me in front of these people trying to enjoy their coffee."
yeah, that
like, why did she do that? And that kind of brought up, you know, maybe she's just in it for the sex. Maybe she just wants that sweet Leia Seydoux pussy.
I mean, besides the sex scene, the conversations around sex in this movie were kind of interesting. I didn't really care what the Joaquin dude had to say. He sounded like an asshole. And
I hated all those scenes with all the art people. I wanted to shoot myself. But that also could have been intentional to make you want to shoot yourself. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Because, I mean, like, that scene was a very important scene. That whole, like, party thing. Yeah. Like, what they did with the film in the background, that was the coolest fucking thing ever.
That was cool.
When it keeps going to her and the film in the background is what her mind is saying. That was awesome. And it's, like, that's when she meets the actor guy who comes back in the gallery. And I feel like that actor guy... Yeah. If she hadn't talked to him and kind of flirted with him and danced with him a bit, I don't think she would have fricked that teacher guy. So I think that's kind of a thing. And also just it just shows like the deterioration, not even just between them, but like Adele no longer has any friends. Like she clearly didn't invite anyone. She barely talks to her coworkers. She doesn't ever hang out with them. And she can't really talk to Emma's friends.
You know why she doesn't have any friends?
Because you boy.
Because she sucks. Would you be friends? Okay, in real life, you met this girl. Would you be friends with her?
I don't know. I don't speak French.
You speak French in this hypothetical. Or she speaks English, whatever. She says she's very good at English, but she never speaks. No, you wouldn't, because she's a stupid sociopathic bitch.
I probably wouldn't, because I probably wouldn't talk to her because she's really shy and I have social anxiety, so I probably wouldn't talk to her of my own volition, and she's just kind of autonomous, so I probably wouldn't be friends with her just because neither of us would talk to each other, but I feel like if we talked to each other, maybe we would like each other. Maybe we would have sex. I don't know.
Maybe.
That's not important. Anyways, speaking of something that we weren't speaking of.
Yeah.
The beginning of the movie, which was a fucking shocker. Let me say this. Starting a movie not knowing it's in a different language and they're starting with classic literature.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Crazy start. But it was kind of like a Shaun of the Dead type beat, you know, where like a lot of that stuff came back. Like they talk about the word little, and then in their big fight scene, Emma calls her a little slut and stuff like that, and uses the word little. And like a lot of the stuff that they talk about in that very first scene comes up towards the end. So I really like that. And the poem that she has the kids read, dude, if it ended right there, I would have freaking just, that was so good. That poem
that would have been a great ending. I would have liked the movie probably 10 times more if the movie ended right there.
Well, it only goes like, 10 more minutes after that?
Wait, does it? Wait, what poem are you talking about? The wolf one?
The one where it's like the poet writes.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
And it's like that, and then the gallery scene. I think that's it. Maybe the beach scene in between.
Oh yeah, the beach scene.
No, wait, because the beach scene's over summer. I think that might be the second to last scene, because I think after that she goes to the gallery, and that's the very last scene of the movie. So.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right. Well, we've argued about this enough.
Yes, we have. What are you rating it?
You know, at first I was gonna give this a 7 as well, but I've thought about this a lot since I've watched it, so I'm gonna bump it up to an 8.
Okay. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. The lead sucks.
Wow.
It's way too fucking long. There's little to no inner conflict with the main character. Writing is boring and pretentious. Complete fucking bastardization of lesbian love and fetishization of lesbian love. Shows nothing new or interesting or captivating. Fuck this movie.
In conclusion, go see this movie.
In conclusion, don't waste 3 hours of your time.
See this movie because clearly there's no one right answer.
There's no one right answer?
Yeah, because I loved it and you hated it. So
No.
that
wasn't a full statement. That wasn't a question. I forgot it now.
Okay. Let's
God damn it, Josh.
All right. So I'll just put this up at the top. Okay, I gotta move them all again. Oh no.
Put this below Green Room.
No.
Yes.
No.
Below. Yes. Above Green Room.
I will put this on either side of Swiss Army Man.
Below Swiss Army Man.
Fine.
Okay. Fine. And let the record show, I do not hate lesbians. Okay. I love everyone of the LGBTQ plus community. Go listen to the Moonlight review. I love that movie. Okay. Don't give me that shit. Well, I didn't love it, but it was very good. Much better than this movie. Okay, so we come to the section of the podcast where we recommend another movie and another record for us to listen to over the course of the next week. Josh, you have the music.
I do. And you know how I'm always 2 weeks late with connecting shit? Right?
Yeah.
Like Molchat Doma was 2 weeks late for Drive.
Yeah.
Right, so this record is going to be 2 weeks late for Moonlight.
Oh, man.
No, because it talks about, it has really interesting commentary on what it's like to be a black person. And Moonlight had that as well.
Okay.
We are going to listen to oh God, when did this album come out? Oh God. I'm pre-jacking all over the place.
Dude, I'm going to pre.
I'm going to fucking pre. Oh God, 2016 album. I put this as my thing for the decade in review. I should have known that. 2016 hip hop concept album Splendor and Misery by the trio Clipping.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I haven't listened to that one.
Yeah, I've talked to you about it. It's about a slave in space who runs away.
Yeah.
And I actually recently found out about the group. It was originally a duo of harsh noise artists, and then they brought on an MC, and that's where the rapping comes from, and it creates a really interesting sound. So,
dude, that's Death Grips. Just kidding. But that's actually fucking sick. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I may be a little bit biased about this record because I do have it on vinyl.
It'll probably be good. I think I like it.
What are we watching?
We watching. Oh shit! Who directs that movie? Let me look this up. It is the 2010 movie. God, I'm terrible today. Oh yeah, David Fincher film, Social Network.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The movie's that old?
It's 2010, man.
Damn, I thought it was
crazy.
Newer than that. Oh,
Me too.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, this is honestly not one of my I don't know. It might be one of my favorites. I love this movie. This is a great movie. I think you'll like it a lot as well.
I'm excited.
I think we're gonna have a good week next week.
I hope so. Well, I thought we were gonna have a fucking good week this week, but I guess no. Jesus Christ. What a turn of events. That was exciting.
That was exciting.
It's been a while since we argued like that. I'm proud of us.
I know. Yeah, that was good. That was a good argument.
Well, thank you everyone for listening to us just scream at each other. We had a great time, and we hope you did as well. Please tune in next week when we talk about those things we just talked about. And in the meantime, you should like this and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss an episode, or just tune back in every Monday, 9:30 a.m. is when we upload. I make sure I put that all up. We do that shit. Follow us on Instagram at onefortheother.podcast. And if you have some suggestions for us, we would love to maybe do them if they fit our criteria. So you should email them to us, onefortheotherpodcast at gmail.com. Send us what you want us to listen to or to watch, and maybe if we care about you in any shape or form, we might do it.
Or you can send us pictures of your cock. Either one's fine.
You can do that, and we will rate that as well.
Yeah, we'll put it in the tier list. We'll have a separate tier list for those.
We're starting a cock tier list, and
please be no one you okay.
We get a dick pic in our email, we're blocking you, and
We're
if
blocking.
I know you in real life, I'm punching you the first time I see you. That's not even a joke.
I will. Anyway, send us dick pics. Send us suggestions. Smash that MF like button.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
We'll see you next week. Goodbye. Now I'm recording.
Yay. Okay. Are you? Yeah. Oh, I gotta get all the tier list pulled up.
Excuse you, friendo.
Excuse me, friend. Do you happen to have a cock sharpener on you?
Shut the fuck up. There was a fucking giant bee in my window this morning, like on the inside.
Oh my god.
But just sticking on the not even like a bee, like a fucking scary hornet type deal. And I think it's gone because I am sitting directly in front of it. So I'm praying that it's gone because it was like scary. Like, you know when they're like aerodynamic?
Yeah, they got that like designed by Toyota look or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Designed
like
by
there's like
Tesla.
there's like the 3 sections, and in between is just like a twig, and you're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, those fuckers don't fuck around.
Yeah, scary as shit.
I still have a moth problem.
Yeah, we got that too.
These damn moths keep coming in my garage, and then I open the fucking door, and then they never leave because the light turns on. Fuckers.
Mother frickin' frickers.
La vie da del. Da del. La, la, la.
That-
Do you know what that means?
the life of Adele.
Yeah. You got it.
I'm a fucking genius. What
Okay,
can I
before
say?
we actually start going, it's Leia Sadu. Is that right?
Who? What?
Oh my god. Do you look at the actors before we do this?
No. Literally never once have I done
Why? Whatever.
that. Why would I?
I
just
don't know,
think about
it
their
helps.
character names.
Well, I guess so, but I always forget the
'Cause-
character names.
Well, then I just be like the girl.
But what if
Blue haired girl.
so you're just going to resort to the girl who plays. Then it sounds like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't.
All right. That is fair.
One of them is already named Adele.
Yeah, that's true. And she had a fucking Greek last name. It was
Yeah.
like the most Greek shit I've ever seen. Yeah. Adele Exarcholopoulos.
She's of Greek descent, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
And she played Adele, so kind of sounds like typecasting, if you ask me.
If you ask me, yeah, you're right. Except she doesn't have an accent. Oh, yeah, she does. Never mind.
That was impressive.
You're
Proud of
impressive.
myself.
Dog, I've been playing Last of Us 2.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I can cry anymore. I think all the tears have left my body.
Did you see the dunk video that just came out on it?
I watched half of it because I'm not done with it.
Oh yeah,
I don't want it to be spoiled.
that's smart. He do have spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Good boy, dunk.
Love you, dunk boy. But I completely agree with what he said at the beginning.
Yeah.
It is a very fun game. It is Last of Us.
It do be Last of Us though.
It do be. It do be do. What was that noise? What was that noise? You F word.
More like R word.
More like L word. Get it?
Lesbian?
Yeah, like the HBO show.
Lesbians?
I'm in lesbians with you.
Oh, what a fucking classic.
Classic.
Okay. I'm
Gag.
gonna drive.
Dude, fuck. I only have enough disk space for 302 more hours of recording.
Shit, fuck. I booked a consult appointment for a tattoo today.
Ooh. What you gonna get?
The 25-cent thing that I've been talking about for ages.
Oh, yeah. That'll be cool. Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh, yeah. That
Because
probably sounded really good.
if you've noticed a pattern, I just kind of agree with what you say and where it goes. Oh, that looks good. I like that.
Music is in... Yeah, I just cropped them because I was like... I had to have them as big as I could at first because I didn't know how big we were going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But now I do. So I cropped it down because I was having to, like, rescale it and shit in After Effects. I also need to change something. Hold on. One of the... I have them as JPEGs and PSDs, and one of them saved with a weird name. And it fucks up the naming.
It fucks up my shit, dog.
They do it in date because I put the date on them. I've never been so more conscious of the date than when I fucking.
Wow, is Goodfellas really at the bottom? Damn. That sucks.
Wait, Goodfellas shouldn't be at the bottom.
It is.
That doesn't seem right. Hold on.
I think it's at least above Snowpiercer.
We definitely put Goodfellas higher than that. I fucked something up there.
That's
Let me
alright.
open The time before.
Because it's not above Inglourious Bastards. That's that much I know. I don't know about Swiss Army Man, though.
It's not at the bottom. I just forgot to move Green Room over. I'll go into the Photoshop and do that.
Oh, okay. Alright, that's fine. Go. Yeah, you did ape, man.
I do be.
I do be ape.
Man.
What is your cum on my wall? I don't come that far. I come pretty far, but I don't come that far. What the fuck? Is it setting here?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Dude, what did you
Goddamn.
drink? You got the burps, man.
Seltzer water, bro.
Mmm.
I got that non-alcoholic White Claw.
Dude, you know they make that shit caffeinated?
Like normally or with...
No, like with caffeine. They make it with caffeine. I'm like, oh shit, dude. Fuck.
I've been going to Black Rock on when I have lunch to
Yeah.
get like coffee. And
Yeah.
I've been trying to like just do a different thing every time I go.
Yeah.
And I've been fucking striking out last two times. I was like perfect.
Yeah.
And then the last two been bad. One was a Mexican something.
Yeah, that's the one I got my first time and it's fucking terrible. I hate
Yeah, I
it.
didn't like that. And then
Yeah.
I got one today. It was called the Jackhammer. I think it was a vanilla mocha with an extra double shot. Too bitter for me.
Yeah, espresso's fucking bitter as fuck.
But the other ones were good. I don't even remember what else it was. Like an Irish
Yeah.
cream one and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because
like-
the Mexican one sounded so good when I ordered it.
Yeah, it's
It
like
was
a little bit of cinnamon and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it just tasted like fucking spoiled horchata or something. Spoofy.
Just be
Yes.
like...
Yeah, baby. The
Sometimes my notes make me laugh.
Yeah, I got a good note. Oh, no, I did it backwards. Fuck.
Oh, you are fuck. You are fuck.